Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? Welcome back to another video. I want to start a project pan for the year of 2022. I wanted to do this a little bit earlier, like the very beginning of January, but we are just now getting around to it, but that's okay. I feel like I've gone about this kind of strategically because in the past I have not been the best project panner. I wouldn't even call myself a project panner. I just like to hit pan in things. I think that there's just some sort of satisfaction to it. So last year I did a few videos of like products I've hit pan in, pan progress updates, even though I didn't have like an official project pan or anything like that, just because I was having fun with it. So I thought this year that I would still have fun with it and I would pick out products that I already use all the time, products that I love, and see if maybe I could hit pan on them. So I went through my collection and I already picked out things that I was using every single day, as opposed to some project pans I've done in the past where it was like, oh, let me get use out of things that I don't normally use. This is like an all favorites kind of project pan. So let's just jump on in. So first I have the Danessa Myricks Prism FX Hydrating Lotion, which you can see. This one is a good one for a project pan because there's actually a little mark here of where it's at, and if I remember, I will grab a Sharpie and do a little mark just to make the project pan better in the future, because I always forget to do that. But this used to be an absolute favorite product for me. I really loved it, and I do still love it if I put full coverage products over it. But what I've realized is that this is really like sparkly, and if you're not wearing a full coverage foundation or at least medium coverage, then you can see the sparkles through it, especially outside, which is not my favorite look. And there's other products like the Glow Lust from Auric that I would prefer to use. So this one's in the project pan because I do like it in some cases and I would like to finish it. I'm, more than halfway through, so I thought it would be a good one to add. I don't know why I did this, but I have a second primer just because I've actually already had pan in this and it is a mini. So this is the Tarte, the Silk Canvas Primer, which I do like this one. It's not the best for my skin type because it doesn't really add any hydration or anything like that, but it is smoothing. So here's what mine looks like. I mean, obviously there's already a little bit of pan going on, but I figured I could try and get a bit more use out of this and see what happens, see how I feel. I don't know why I'm doing this. Well, I have repetitive products because I don't normally do this, but like I said, these are all favorites, so I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it'll be okay. I have two different face powders. So the first one is the Too Faced Born This Way powder in the shade Cloud, and I really love this one. So here's what it looks like. You can already see this should be an easy one because there's like a little bit of indent. I've already covered or uncovered all of the writing that was in this. I love this powder for full coverage. I'll use it sometimes on its own as my foundation, and I do like that look, but then also sometimes I'll use it if I want a little extra coverage on top of a concealer or something like that, and just use it very lightly. So this has been a favorite, and it's probably one of my favorite powders ever. I feel like I'm gonna hit pan on it regardless, so why not have it in a project pan? And then I also have the Milani Prep Set and Glow Translucent Illuminating Powder. Here's what it looks like. I think that they actually discontinued this one because I was looking for it on their website and I didn't see it. But this is a really great sheer powder that just has like a little bit of a glow to it. So this is something I use on more like natural days. I have a tinted moisturizer on. I'm throwing this powder on real quick just to set it a little bit, but it doesn't really add any color. It doesn't really add any coverage. It just adds like a soft luminosity to the skin while helping it last longer. So I really love this one. And again, it's one I've used a lot. I don't have like a dip going per se, but I have used a ton of it. So I'm hopeful. And then I have a blush. This is the only one that I kind of pulled back out, and it's not like an everyday favorite. And I guess that's just because I normally reach for different blush all the time. It's not really something where I consistently use the same thing every single day. So this is the CoverGirl Peach Punch Blush. I used to love this one when I first purchased it, and I still really like it. It has just such a pretty peachy shade to it. It's kind of weird because it's more like a neutral peach on the top layer, and then as you get in, the shade kind of changes a little bit, but I just think it's super beautiful. It's the blush that I have on today, and I thought I would throw it in the project pan. It also smells like peaches, so we'll see how it goes. This is one I'm not super hopeful for, but I was like, you know what, I really love it every time I use it, and I feel like the color kind of goes along with all the other things in my project pan. They kind of can all be used together, so we'll see. And I have the Natasha Nona Super Glow highlighter in the shade Fair. This is the highlight that I have on today. I love it so much. I think it's such a beautiful highlighter. This is my second one. I actually had this in the past and hit pan on it, but I lost it. So I thought, why not try and hit pan again? There's not really like too much of a dip. There's just like a little bit of usage in the middle. I also really love using this one with my fingers, especially when I'm doing cream products. I feel like because the formula is so smooth and so soft, you can just kind of tap it on top of your cheekbones and it looks really beautiful. Or you could use it with a brush. So we'll see how that goes. So I do have one lip product, which I'll just show you really quickly. This is the Kaja lip balm in the shade, or I think it's a lip gloss balm or something like that, in Milk Tea. And you can see I'm about here. I actually only got this a few months ago, but I thought it'd be perfect for a project pan because I really love it. I feel like it just looks perfect on the lips. It's what I have on today. It works with literally everything. It's very sheer. It just adds like a little glossy layer to my natural lip color. So I don't know. I wasn't going to include a lip product because I feel like I'm terrible at that. But I was like, you know what? Let's see. Can I use up a lip gloss? And I kind of gave myself an easy one. Oh, and then I almost forgot, I have a bronzer in front of me as well that I wanted to include because this is one that I've been using every single day recently and I've got some good usage in it, so I'm hopeful. This is the Balm Take Home the Bronze bronzer in the shade Oliver. I think that this product has been discontinued, but if you look inside, you can see a little bit of usage. There's like a little bit of dip going on right there. That's like where my brush tends to reach the most, but I just really like the shade. Again, it's what I have on today, just a super great bronzer for fair skin. Okay, I think that is almost everything. Last but not least, I wanted to pick out an eyeshadow palette, and that was definitely the hardest thing to pick out of everything. But I decided if I was gonna go with a favorite, especially one that I'm sure, like with project pan stuff, I try to use them a ton off camera. This one just felt right, so it is going to be the Natasha Nona Gold palette. Favorite neutral palette, I just love it, or at least favorite warm neutral palette. So here's what it looks like inside. This again has been discontinued, but it's a favorite, and I feel like I have a dip going in Lime Chrome, I have a dip going in this shade. I have like a little bit of usage in pretty much all the mattes, so this one is challenging, but I just thought it'd be kind of fun to see if I could do it because I do love this palette so much. Every time I use it, I'm always happy with the look. It's what I have on today. Surprise, surprise. So yeah, I don't know. I'm a little nervous, but we'll see. I mean, I'm kind of not like putting an end date on this project pan, but I figure maybe I'll come back every like 2 or 3 months and let you guys know how the progress is going. You can let me know if you're doing project pan on anything. I'd be super curious to hear. But yeah, those are all the products I picked out and pretty much everything for this video. Definitely a short and sweet one. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.